Why divorces get ugly, and how to have a good one. Almost 2 in every 3 marriages end in divorce these days, and most of those divorces turn ugly. You see it all the time. But, it doesn't have to be that way. If you are married, and socialize with a group of friends on a regular basis, at some point at least one couple, if not several couples in that group, will go through a divorce. It's inevitable. The divorce statistics are too high. You see it all the time. The once loving couple is now slinging mud at each other, from across an expensive conference table in a high-powered attorney's office. But, it doesn't have to be that way. Yes. First marriages, 55% to 60% end in divorce. Second marriage, 60% to 70% end in divorce. Third marriage, 70% to 73% end in divorce. Why do most divorces get ugly? A question worth answering. Normally or usually, one spouse has a dirty little secret. The reason most divorces turn ugly, is because someone in the relationship has a dirty little secret. They've been lying to their spouse about how they feel, and have been privately entertaining the idea of getting a divorce. They stop liking their husband or wife, and begin living in the zone of "it's over," without ever telling their spouse. The spouse has no idea what's going on, and believes the marriage is fine. This dirty little secret slowly destroys the relationship. That spouse builds a case against their partner. So, the spouse with the dirty secret begins to build a case in their head about the big, bad, evil person they're married to. They're mean. They ruined my life. I hate them. The spouse with the secret feels completely justified as the innocent one because they're talking to themselves about the awful person they are going to dump. They don't realize they are a withholding liar. They are causing all the tension. They don't have the balls to have a conversation with their spouse and tell them they are unhappy and considering divorce. Instead they lie and explain away their happiness in their head, creating an even more toxic environment. No one owns their own crap in the marriage. Now, the one spouse is not only building a case to dump their partner, they're also pointing the finger and blaming the downfall of the marriage on their spouse without acknowledging their part. They believe they are the innocent victim and their husband or wife is the bad one. It never even occurs to them that they may have also contributed to the downfall of the relationship. All they do is blame and play innocent. This leads to complete breakdown of communication between the spouses. All real communication is gone. When you look at your part in the breakdown of your marriage, it ultimately releases all the blame you had on the other person. You have to own your own issues and own that you got yourself into this mess. You picked your spouse and forgot that you did. There's a natural way to fix it. But if there's no truthful communication between the spouses, nothing will get resolved. Often partners walk away from a relationship without knowing the truth of what really happened in their marriage. Which is often why second and third marriages fail as well. The person never learned what they needed to learn about themselves in a relationship, which would keep them from having another bad marriage. You can say goodbye with love. You walked into the marriage with love and you can walk away with love. It doesn't have to be ugly. Some advice if you are considering divorce. If you're unhappy, go to your spouse and tell them what's wrong. Be completely honest. Communicate to your spouse and figure out if the two of you want to make an effort to save the marriage or not. No pretending to be innocent and harboring bad feeling. Look at your role and why the marriage is breaking up and own your crap. Don't just blame the other person. Communicate the truth about the marriage. Walk away knowing it was both of you who contributed to the downfall of your marriage. It's a powerful feeling.